Acara akan segera kita mulai ya, karena Bapak Wakil Rektor sudah hadir. Susunan acara pelatihan literasi Rabu atau Dibu Series 5 dengan topik Strategi Jitu Memanfaatkan Scopus untuk Riset Unggul dan Publikasi Efektif Perpustakaan UIN KY Haji Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan, Rabu 24 September 2025. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera. Yang terhormat, Wakil Rektor UIN KY Haji Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan, Bidang Akademik dan Kelembagaan Bapak Dr. Nurholis MA, yang kami hormati Kepala Perpustakaan UIN KY Haji Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan, Ibu Hajah Junaidi SOS MM, our respected as research person, Mr. Yotatong Clinton Chai, or Mr. Win, DE Chemical Engineering, Customer Success Manager, Southeast Asia, Thailand, and Vietnam. Yang kami hormati para peserta pelatihan literasi Rabu Series 5 Perpustakaan UIN KY Haji Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan, serta rekan-rekan staf perpustakaan yang kami sayangi. Syukur Alhamdulillah atas kehadirat Allah SWT, sehingga pada hari Rabu 24 September 2025, kita bisa berkumpul bersama dalam acara pelatihan literasi Rabu Series 5 Perpustakaan UIN KY Haji Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan. Dengan tema Strategi Jitu Memanfaatkan Scopus untuk Riset Unggul dan Publikasi Efektif. Selawat dan salam semoga selalu tercurah kepada Baginda Rasulullah Muhammad SAW beserta keluarganya, para sahabatnya, dan umatnya hingga akhir zaman. Selanjutnya, kami bacakan susunan acara pembukaan kegiatan pelatihan literasi sebagai berikut. 1. Pembukaan. 2. Menyanyikan lagu Indonesia Raya. Ketiga, sambutan-sambutan. Keempat, penutup. Kelima, acara inti. Marilah kita buka acara ini bersama-sama dengan membaca basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Acara yang kedua yaitu menyanyikan lagu Indonesia Raya. Hadirin mohon duduk dengan posisi siap. Terima kasih. Acara selanjutnya adalah sambutan. Sambutan yang pertama yaitu sambutan Kepala Perpustakaan. Ibu Hajah Junaiti Esos MM dipersilakan.
Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang
Waalaikumsalam.
terhormat Bapak Nurholis, Wakil Rektor 1 Bidang Akademik dan Kelembagaan, yang terhormat Mr. Win selaku narasumber, dan Pak Jody Tridharma yang akan membantu kita dalam translator, dan teman-teman semua yang hadir dalam acara webinar ini. Alhamdulillah pada pagi ini kita bisa berkumpul untuk mengikuti webinar Strategi Jitu Memanfaatkan Scopus untuk Riset Unggul dan Publikasi Efektif. Maksud kegiatan ini adalah karena kita sudah melanggan Scopus ya selama 2 tahun, jadi agar bisa dimanfaatkan secara maksimal. Mohon maaf, salam dan sholawat tak lupa kita sampaikan kepada Nabi besar Nabi Muhammad SAW. Semoga kelak di yaumil akhir kita mendapatkan syafaatnya. Teman-teman, ini karena jam perkuliahan juga ya, jadi pesertanya mungkin terbagi-bagi, tapi insya Allah nanti ini tetap kita rekam, jadi bisa tetap di share di YouTube kami, bisa diikuti kapan saja. Saya mungkin tidak akan berpanjang kata ya. Semoga acara seri literasi yang diadakan perpustakaan ini bisa bermanfaat untuk seluruh sivitas akademika UIN Pekalongan, eh, karena tusi perpustakaan yang utama adalah bagaimana kita bisa mewujudkan tridharma perguruan tinggi dan mewujudkan prestasi visi misi dari UIN Kiai Haji Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan. Saya harap teman-teman bisa mengikuti dari awal dan akhir, terutama mahasiswa pasca sarjana ya, bisa mengikuti dengan baik sehingga nanti bisa menghasilkan sebuah publikasi sesuai yang kita harapkan dan yang berkualitas. Mohon maaf kalau ada sesuatu yang kurang pas, kurang berkenan pada acara ini, minta dimaafkan. Saya terima kasih kepada Mr. Win yang bersedia untuk menjadi narasumber, Pak Jody Tridharma yang nanti akan membantu dalam translator, dan Pak WR1 yang bersedia memberi sambutan pada acara perpustakaan, dan teman-teman perpustakaan yang sudah menyiapkan acara ini, dan teman-teman para peserta pada acara webinar seri literasi kelima ini. Mohon maaf, terima kasih. Akhirul kalam, walahul muwafiq ila aqwamit thoriq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih kepada Ibu Kepala Perpustakaan yang telah memberikan sambutan. Sambutan yang kedua adalah sambutan Wakil Rektor UIN Kiai Haji Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan, Bidang Akademik dan Kelembagaan, Bapak Dr. Nurholis MA. Monggo Bapak.
Terima kasih. Apakah suara saya terdengar? Suara saya terdengar, bahkan?
Terdengar Pak Ware. Aman.
Alhamdulillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain, amma ba'du. Saya pakai bahasa apa ini? First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Win. Mr. Win, it's a really privilege for us. It's really a precious opportunity for us to be able to have some discussion, some approaches, or whatever you may share with us today. And first of all, when I read the theme of this webinar, and I think it is on purpose to put the word Scopus as the cause for research and publication. while other academics, other students, other university people make a Scopus as an objective and use their research and publication as a mean to have a Scopus article. Okay, instead of that, the theme of today's webinar is the other way around. How to make Scopus as a way, as a means to have a good research and to have a impactful publication for the broadest environment. So, and I believe it is not a coincidence, or I believe it is on purpose. And the theme is very deep in terms of Scopus is just a mean. It is not an objective. The real objective of the academic life is to do research and publish the research into the wider community. So instead of making Scopus as an objective, it is really, really uh, essential and more beneficial for individuals and for others to make Scopus as a means, because uh, behind, in the background of Scopus articles are researches that are needed by humanity. So I really appreciate for the team, for today's team of webinar, that the main goal of academic activities are the research itself and how it is how the research can be published into a wider community through uh, the what is it the development of global awareness of this Scopus thing. Scopus thing. It has become really what do you call it? Like an Avengers. Scopus is like Captain America. So it's really an honor for us to have Mr. Win to share his experience. And uh, just to tell a story, I had some friends from Vietnam when I pursue my PhD, and they're very good people. They're very cooperative. They're very helpful. Maybe because we come from the same region, Asia, um, and what we're witnessing right now, Vietnam has uh, undergone a really fast development in many aspects of uh, the countries, like the technological development, academic development, governance development. Wow. Uh, I myself really surprised by the development that Vietnam is undergoing right now. So uh, I believe that Mr. Win will share with us uh, a really beneficial approach, techniques, and whatever he has right now in his academic career. And um, I really hope that all the participants, students from undergraduate or from graduate studies, could take some beneficial teachings and learning outcome from this webinar. So, Bu Junaiti, don't be disappointed with the the participants. What we believe, every positive energy, every positive frequency that we broadcast, I believe it will be responded by other positive frequency and positive energy. So what we experience now is the product of the frequency and energy that we have started long before. So today, Wednesday, what we are having now in this webinar is the product of the energy and frequency that we have broadcast from maybe a week, a month, 2 months ago. So this is a an undergoing steps, efforts that hopefully will become bigger and will have more impact and more benefits for all of us. So the organizer of the event, in the library, uh, have a strong belief every small step that we do, every small step that we take, it must uh, have a better impact, better effect, and just believe in ourselves for every goodness that we share that provide for everyone. So in terms of that this webinar will be recorded and that then will be shared, please don't dis be disappointed with the low rate of the participants. And I believe this small step will become a bigger step, more beneficial step, more impactful step. And who knows, sometimes maybe in the future, we will have an offline seminar with Mr. Win. Maybe Mr. Win can come to us or we can come to Mr. Win institution. So God willing, inshallah, every small step that we take in the pursuing of the goodness for all of us and for the wider community will be responded by the nature uh, with better goodness and better impact for all of us. So thank you Mr. Win and semua para partisipan yang ada. Uh, ambillah segala macam kebaikan yang nanti akan di-share oleh Mr. Win dan yakinlah bahwa small step yang kita lakukan pagi ini pasti akan memberikan dampak-dampak yang lebih besar. Jangan pernah meremehkan kebaikan sekecil apapun itu karena pasti akan memberikan imbalan ketika kita menghargai, memberikan respect, rekognisi terhadap hal-hal yang kecil. Saya sering sampaikan kepada teman-teman saya, every time you find a coin of 50 cents, of 50 rupiah, please don't ignore those coins. Because how small the value of those coins have value. So when we respect small things, we send this signal to the universe that we welcome every goodness, no matter how small the goodness is. So the more we give respect to small things, the more we have a bigger goodness for ourselves. Terima kasih, Mr. Win. I'm very happy to have you among us, and insyaAllah series yang dilakukan oleh perusahaan Uskin ini akan dilanjutkan dengan kegiatan-kegiatan yang lebih luas lagi, lebih berdampak lagi, dan lebih banyak partisipan lagi. Mohon maaf, terima kasih banyak. Saya akhiri dengan Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih kepada Bapak Wakil Rektor UIN KIHJ Abdurrahman Wahid Pekalongan, Bidang Akademik dan Kelembagaan yang telah memberikan sambutan. Marilah kita tutup acara pembukaan kegiatan pelatihan literasi Rabu series 5 ini bersama-sama dengan membaca hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Demikian rangkaian acara pembukaan kegiatan pelatihan literasi Rabu series 5. Terima kasih kepada Bapak Ibu peserta pelatihan literasi Rabu series 5 untuk tetap mengikuti kegiatan dari awal sampai akhir acara nanti. Kami selaku pembawa acara mohon maaf apabila terdapat kata yang kurang berkenan. Selanjutnya, acara inti kami serahkan sebelumnya kepada yang kami hormati Ibu Haja Junaidi Esos MM selaku moderator. Terima kasih. Akhirul kalam. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mohon maaf, segala informasi untuk narasumber ada pergantian dari Bapak Endang Rahmat menjadi Mr. Win. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Mbak Nora sebagai MC. Sekarang kita masuk ke acara inti ya, webinar Scopus ini. Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to our webinar Smart Strategies to Leverage Scopus for Excellent Research and Effective Publication. Saya Junaidi yang akan memandu acara webinar ini. Nanti saya dibantu oleh Mr. Jody Tridharma yang akan lebih interaktif karena terus terang saya bahasa Inggrisnya little bit. Jadi kurang menguasai bahasa Inggris, belum lancar. We are very excited to have all you here today, and of course we are honored to be joined by our speaker, Mr. Win, Customer Success Manager for Southeast Asia at Elsevier. In this session, he will share practical tips on how we can make the most of Scopus to improve our research and publish more effectively. Sebelum kita mulai, saya jelaskan secara singkat. Webinar ini akan kita mulai dengan presentasi dari pembicara yang terhormat kita, yaitu Mr. Win, dilanjutkan dengan sesi diskusi dan tanya jawab, di mana teman-teman nanti akan berkesempatan untuk terlibat langsung, bisa raise hand atau nanti lewat chat room. Acara ini nanti dimaksudkan untuk membantu kita mendapatkan wawasan yang lebih mendalam tentang bagaimana Scopus dapat mendukung kegiatan riset kita dan meningkatkan dampak publikasi kita. Scopus sudah kita langgan selama 2 tahun ini, semoga bisa lebih berdampak dan dimanfaatkan secara maksimal. The event is designed to help us gain deeper insight into how Scopus can support our research activities and enhance the impact of our publication. So now to officially begin our session, let us welcome our honorable speaker, Mr. Win, Customer Success Manager for Southeast Asia Elsevier. Mr. Win, the screen is yours, please.
Terima kasih. Selamat pagi. Yeah, I just try to learn. Yeah, good morning, everyone. So I'm kind of an honor to be here to support your university. Okay, can I share my screen, please? Do you see my screen?
It's
Okay.
all clear.
Great. Okay. 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 Jody, Jody, you will be my translator, right?
Yes, I will be your translator.
Okay, sure can. Selamat pagi once again. Today is our session. We will talk about how to choose the right strategy to utilize Scopus for research and effective publications. So my name is Dr. Yudhong Kitongshai, or you can call me Mr. Win, Dr. Win, as you want. Or Kun Win. Yeah, in Thailand normally everyone call me Kun Win. So Customer Success Manager I'm based in Thailand, Bangkok, but I cover like Thailand and Vietnam. But actually, I'm traveling all Southeast Asia here. So if you have any question regarding Scopus or anything about elsewhere, you can feel free to ask me through the email as well. And okay, let's get started. So this is our outline, right? I will talk about the right strategy to utilize Scopus for research. And the second one, I will talk about effective publication in Scopus. And first, I will talk about the other research tool that you want to know. And the fourth one, we will have like Q&A. If you have any question, feel free to leave your message or any question through the chat box, all right? Okay. Okay, welcome to Scopus. Okay, may I ask anyone about Scopus first? If anyone knows Scopus, just type 1. If anyone doesn't know about Scopus, just type 0 in the chat box. Can you translate it? Okay. Anyone know about Scopus? Type 1. Anyone doesn't know about Scopus? Type 0 in the chat box. Okay, most of you know, like, no one. Okay, 1, 1, 1. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, thank you so much for your answer. You know, like Scopus is one of the scientific database, but it's not just only scientific database, but it's the database which can help you to find the right research. And not just only the right research, all of the data has been passed for the peer review process. That means you can trust the data in Scopus because like any one of them is the trust content, and you can find the right journals, right articles, right researcher profile, and right organization profile. So you can find anything about research content, scientific contents, anything about research. And all the data has been curated. It means that you can trust Scopus on that. Do you want to translate first?
Oh, sure. Baik, Ibu sekalian, mungkin untuk Scopus ini merupakan analytic tools yang tadi juga disampaikan oleh Mr. Win. Jadi Scopus ini membantu Bapak Ibu yang sedang melakukan penelitian, baik itu mencari jurnal yang tepat, ataupun juga penulis, dan juga affiliation. Lalu, Bapak Ibu bisa menggunakan Scopus ini juga tadi untuk menunjang penelitian Bapak Ibu sekalian begitu, untuk menulis jurnal. Jadi data-data Scopus ini juga ada dalam bentuk abstrak dan juga untuk yang open access sehingga bisa di-download Bapak Ibu sekalian. Please continue.
Okay. Okay. Do you know in Scopus you can find like the data like abstract, but how can abstract can help you, right? The abstract can help you in terms of like small objective for the research and small methodology for the research and small discussion for the research that you can find all of the data in one article under abstract. And what the point is, in nowadays you have to build the novel research, like the new research topic, right? Then you have to review the data from Scopus and the data from abstract, because as I mentioned that abstract conclude of the small introductions, small aim and scope, small methodology, small result discussion. Then you can find all of the information from the period research to build the new research in the future. But in Scopus also have another full text as well from open access, not just only abstract. Yeah.
Jadi Bapak Ibu untuk di Scopus ini memang beberapa jurnal itu hanya tersedia dalam bentuk abstraknya, Dan dari abstrak itu yang sudah dijelaskan Mr. Win itu ada dari latar belakang, lalu isi penelitian dan juga kesimpulan. Jadi dari abstrak tersebut bisa membantu untuk membuat penelitian yang baru. Dan untuk di Scopus sendiri, tadi juga disampaikan bahwa ada beberapa artikel jurnal yang sifatnya itu open access sehingga bisa di-download dalam bentuk PDF.
Okay, if you ask me what is the difference from Google's and Scopus, right? Google's doesn't have the power search or filter or any refinement to surface insight within the research workflow. But Scopus has been designed for the researcher, which is you can use the specific year, specific subject area, specific like open access content or specific keyword. Then you can use that filter to find the right articles, because in nowadays in our world we have like many millions articles in the world, but what is the right articles? Then you can use the filter from Scopus to filter the right things, and then you can have time to read the right articles in time. Yeah.
Untuk di Scopus sendiri ini berbeda gitu ya. Kita mencari artikel di Google, karena di Scopus itu ada fitur, itu ada filter untuk membantu kita kan mungkin literatur review atau tinjauan pustaka terhadap suatu artikel jurnal. Jadi apakah itu di spesifik tahun berapa sampai tahun berapa, lalu juga subjek area. Jadi Bapak Ibu bisa langsung spesifik mencari artikel jurnal yang diinginkan.
So, as I mentioned that we have the committee we call CSAB, Content Selection Advisory Board, who curate the datasets. Like if any journal would like to come to Scopus to index its Scopus, they have to pass the peer review process from our committee first to check the data quality, which is good or not. If it's not good, we will not bring that content into Scopus. So that means that we have not just only like bring our contents a lot, but we control the quality as well from our content selection advisory board. Yeah.
Jadi untuk menyeleksi atau mengkurasi artikel jurnal yang terindeks di Scopus itu akan melalui CSAB atau Content Selection and Advisory Board. Jadi mereka yang bertanggung jawab untuk mengatur kualitas dari artikel jurnal yang terindeks di Scopus. Dan memang beberapa artikel itu susah untuk tembus terindeks di Scopus tersebut.
So Scopus has been reflect to most of their roles, like librarians, student, faculty researcher, even editor, right? Like you are, for example, if you are librarian, you are the first one that researcher or student will come through. Then you have to know how you can use this Scopus effectively, right? And student will come to ask you for the research, like abstract or any data about research. And faculty level, you can use Scopus to analyze the research performance under your researcher or your organizations. And editor as well. Like editor is the editor of the journals. They have to come to check that, okay, they get the manuscript and they have to do the peer review process to check that if this manuscript has been used for someone else's research or not for the peer review process in Scopus. So all of the role has been important and used Scopus specifically.
Jadi tidak hanya perpustakaan yang bermanfaat ketika menggunakan Scopus, namun juga ada mahasiswa, baik itu fakultas dan peneliti dan juga editors, di mana mereka bisa menggunakan Scopus itu untuk membantu menunjang penelitian mereka. Karena tadi tugas perpustakaan itu untuk menyediakan sumber ataupun database, dan lalu baik itu mahasiswa dan peneliti yang akan melakukan penelitian, dan juga editors yang bertanggung jawab dari jurnal tersebut.
Okay, as I mentioned, Scopus, there are a lot of data. They have like author profile, they have affiliation profile, they have many record. But the most important things is you have to know what you don't know, right? If you don't know what you don't know, you cannot go to the next step. So the first important thing that you have to know what you don't know. Like for example, right? I don't know about fruit, how to eat fruit, for example. So I have to go to find the research about fruit and how to eat them, right? If you don't know anything, so you cannot move forward. In Scopus is the data that you need to find the specific keyword. Then you just move it in and write the keyword and find the right article for you.
Jadi untuk memaksimalkan dalam penggunaan Scopus, Bapak Ibu sekalian itu berupaya mencari tahu apa yang Bapak sekalian belum ketahui begitu. Jadi sebisa mungkin dalam menggunakan Scopus ini harus spesifik dalam memasukkan keyword tertentu ataupun subjek agar bisa membantu Bapak Ibu sekalian.
For example, right, the author has been connect with many of their proportion, like articles, book, chapter, conference proceeding, co-author, funding data, and institution. So you can see your research profile in the Scopus, and you can track yourself, like how many publications you have, how many citations you get, what is your institution under your profile, and then some of the funder, they will know about the like they will know about the things that you are good at this or not, and then they will decide to give you a funder or not. So just to build your author profile effectively in Scopus.
Jadi sebagai penulis ataupun peneliti itu menggunakan Scopus itu untuk membangun profil dari peneliti tersebut dan juga institusi. Jadi apakah dalam profil tersebut sudah berapa artikel jurnal yang dipublish, berapa editasi jurnal tersebut. Lalu juga ada yang terakhir itu funding sponsor atau funding data, itu untuk mengetahui siapa yang biasanya dana hibah dari penelitian tersebut.
Okay. In Scopus, in Scopus data is not just only Elsevier publisher, but it consists of 7,000 publisher in Scopus. For example, like Elsevier, Springer, Nature, Wiley, Water Cooler. So you can find anything about scientific data in Scopus, but not just only one publisher. It is good for you to review the previous research. And you know that the Scopus data has been back to 1788. So it means that you can find the data around 200 years in Scopus, and it consists of around almost 20 million open access articles. So you can read the full text about 20 million articles in that as well. And Scopus has been updated daily, like every day. So you can find the new content inside Scopus.
Scopus ini tidak hanya terdiri dari satu publisher atau Elsevier, atau mungkin Bapak Ibu sering dengar Science Direct begitu ya, tapi juga terdiri dari beberapa publisher lain. Itu ada tadi dari Springer, Emerald, lalu ada Taylor Francis, dan lain sebagainya. Dan juga data yang terindeks di Scopus itu jurnalnya bahkan ada yang sampai tahun 1788. Jadi memang secara database Scopus ini memang kaya ya. Banyak artikel jurnal bahkan dari tahun lama.
Okay. What is the content inside in Scopus where? In Scopus, we have like the big 4 subjects collections, like physical science. On the left-hand side, you can see physical science, health science, social science, life science. It means that it's cover all of the subject area in the world. Like, because some of you may think that you are not scientists, you are from the social science, so you can read the data from social science as well as you can see the number here. And then you can read the journals, around 30,000 active peer-reviewed journals. And you can read the full text article from the journals like open access, around 8,000 journals as well. And you can also go through the conference books or preprints. Then you can go through almost everything about for your research. Yeah.
Jadi jurnal-jurnal yang terindeks di Scopus itu tidak hanya dari physical sciences atau teknik begitu, tapi ada juga semisal FISIP atau social sciences itu juga terindeks di Scopus itu secara rata. Dan jurnal saat ini yang terindeks di Scopus itu ada 28.000, hampir 30.000, dan 8.000-nya itu open access, bisa Bapak Ibu download PDF.
So there are many institutions like many company, they use our data as their gold standard, like QS ranking, THE ranking. For example, as you can see here, right, this is the QS World University ranking. They use the data from Scopus, as you can see here, right? Citation per faculty, 20% here. They use the citation which is happened in the Scopus, and they use as the number and put it in their ranking. So it means that if anyone in your university publish in Scopus and you get citation, this citation will drive your university ranking here.
Jadi salah satu tujuan dalam menggunakan Scopus itu juga salah satunya meningkatkan ranking universitas secara internasional. Karena sebagai kriteria itu ada yang namanya citation per faculty. Jadi seberapa banyak jurnal tersebut itu disitasi melalui Scopus. Hal tersebut itu yang bisa meningkatkan ranking suatu universitas.
So for another things, right, in the same way, we also have like THE World Ranking also. They also use the same, like not the same metrics, but they use the citation in Scopus here as well, as you can see. It is around 30% here. So it means that all of the data content in Scopus, you can trust on that, because like THE or QS, they also use the data in Scopus. That is me. I would like you to feel that once you use any data in Scopus, you can feel safe, you can feel comfortable, because in nowadays we are in the generative AI, right? There are a lot of fake data, it may be in Google or something. So, but if you use the data, like research data in Scopus, then you can trust all everything's in Scopus.
Lalu untuk berikutnya itu juga ada keamanan gitu ya dari jurnal-jurnal yang terindeks di Scopus gitu, ketika saat ini sudah marak gitu penggunaan AI, dan banyak juga jurnal-jurnal yang fake ataupun palsu gitu ya, yang sebenarnya tidak terindeks sama sekali. Nah, itu salah satu keunggulan dari Scopus.
Okay, as I mentioned that we have content selection advisory board. Here this is our content selection advisory board. We have like many kind of content selection advisory board here, around 27. Actually, we have like 27 or 23. It depends. That will cover every journals that would like to come to Scopus, and they will go through it and try to scan the journals on that. So it means that we have to process when anyone who want to index in Scopus, and they will the one who scan the data before going to Scopus for reader. Yeah.
Jadi member gitu ya dari CSAB atau Content Selection Advisory Board, mereka lah yang bertanggung jawab dalam menyeleksi konten-konten artikel jurnal yang indeks di Scopus.
Okay, all right. Before we are going to do this demo, right? I would like you to understand how Scopus can affect you on this. So this one is gonna be a bit long, Jody. So you can start with reasoning for the research workflow. You can start with reasoning. Why do you have to do your research? You have to answer yourself. And then, for sure, if you are like student, right? So if you're a student, if you don't do the research, you cannot graduate for sure. But if you are scientist, you have to ask yourself, do you still need to do the scientist? You want to save the world, you want to save your country, you want to drive anything about. You have to ask yourself, do you need to do the research? But after you can answer yourself, then what you have to do, you have to find the idea. Scopus can give you an idea. How can I get the idea from Scopus, right? We have to read a lot of data in the Scopus to build the basic knowledge first from that, right? Once you build the basic knowledge from that, you will know, okay, what is the new thing? What is the old thing? Which one can do? Which one cannot do? From the previous research. And then you have to find the research gap from that, right? This is quite important things. Yeah. So I think, yeah, I will go off thinking, don't worry. And then you have to plan what you're gonna do, what type of manuscript, review article, short communication, research article, which type of manuscript that you want to publish. Do you need any collaborator? Because sometimes, right, you do a lot of research and you need just not only your research area, but sometimes you need another one who help you to support some of the knowledge that you don't know, right? And you need to you have to find a good collaborator. And another thing what you have to plan, right, is about how to find funding body. If you think about you plan for doing research around 1 million like USD, for example, but your university or your laboratory or your budget has just only like 1,000 USD. It's not match, right? It's not match. So you have to think about what you're gonna do and is it possible for limited budget or not? Not just only like keep doing this, keep doing this, keep doing this. All right. And then you have to design what you're gonna do. What is the um most important factor that you want to do? You have to think about it. And then we have to write it. How to write a good manuscript, right? And then how to publish manuscript. Like not just only like after you finishing your manuscript, you have to think about what is the right journals. Which one that should I publish with this journal or that journal? I will tell you in this workshop that how to pick the right journals. And then promoting, you have to think about if you want your research for everyone to see, you have to pick the international journals only. If you pick like national journals, it's just only your country can see your work, not just like me, not just like another country can see your work. So you have to find the international journals, and that journal should be indexed in Scopus, for example, that we can see your articles. And then it's about tracking. Once you've done your work, you have to track yourself from author profile in Scopus that, okay, you published like this year, how many publications you have and how many citations you get from tracking on this. And then you can reflect yourself. Like if you published from 2010 and you don't get any citation, you have to ask yourself, should I still use this topic or it's not interesting for anybody else? Because there will be one word, not one word, like three words that you have to be realized that we call real world impact, that you have to publish for the world trend and you will get more citation than usual. And finally, right, it's about research data management. You have to think about, like, after you finish your work, how can I bring my raw data into cloud, into thumb drive, flash drive? How can I save this data to be more safe? Because editor or reviewer may ask you about your raw data, because some of the raw data has been created from like generative AI, so they will ask you for that. So we have to start for think about what we gotta do. Yeah, I know it's quite long, Jody. Sorry.
Sebelum masuk ke demo dalam penggunaan Scopus, ini merupakan research workflow atau eh, itu mulai dari gagasan, dari manajemen artikel jurnal tersebut. Mungkin Bapak Ibu di sini yang sudah pernah meneliti ataupun juga terindeks di Scopus itu sudah terbiasa ya dengan workflow yang seperti ini. Jadi yang pertama itu baik untuk mahasiswa ataupun Bapak Ibu dosen peneliti. Yang pertama itu adalah menanyakan sebenarnya tujuan saya untuk melakukan penelitian ini atau menulis skripsi, tesis ini itu untuk apa? Itu yang pertama. Lalu yang kedua itu kita mencari ide ataupun gagasan. Jadi dari Scopus ini merupakan platform untuk membantu dari mencari gagasan tersebut. Jadi Bapak Ibu ataupun teman-teman mahasiswa gitu sudah bisa membaca Scopus gitu ya mengenai subjek area ataupun topik-topik tertentu. Itu bisa baca melalui dari abstrak ataupun juga yang open access jurnal gitu. Dan berupaya untuk mencari yang namanya research gap atau kekosongan dari penulisan artikel terdahulu begitu. Akhirnya muncullah itu sebagai penelitian terbaru. Nah, lalu yang ketiga itu planning, bagaimana kita akan merencanakan penulisan kita, seperti apa strukturnya, dan bagaimana kita juga bisa yang mencari kolaborasi. Jadi kita bisa berkolaborasi juga, tidak hanya di Indonesia, bahkan mungkin ada banyak peneliti yang berkolaborasi dengan dosen di luar negeri begitu. Salah satunya melalui Scopus. Lalu yang ketiga itu ada pun juga itu funding bodies ataupun juga sponsor pendanaan. Biasanya hibah. Nah, itu bisa dicari juga bagaimana kita cara mengapply gitu untuk mendapatkan dana ataupun funding bodies tersebut. Lalu yang keempat itu designing. Bagaimana kita menemukan sumber-sumber ataupun sumber referensi yang terpercaya begitu, yang kiranya relevan dengan topik ataupun subjek area yang kita pilih. Lalu yang berikutnya itu apa saja yang kita perlu siapkan menulis artikel jurnal kita. Apakah perlu itu tadi yang namanya kolaboratif atau kolaborasi gitu ya dengan peneliti lain. Lalu yang berikutnya ada yang publishing, bagaimana kita menemukan jurnal yang cocok gitu. Kiranya artikel kita sudah jadi begitu. Namun kita masih bingung gitu menemukan jurnal yang cocok dengan penulisan kita. Nah, itu bisa dibantu juga melalui Scopus, dan selain itu pun juga Scopus bisa melihat bagaimana teks ataupun data begitu dari jurnal tersebut. Apakah tren tersebut kayak selalu meningkat ataupun juga eh, banyak disitasi. Kurang lebih seperti itu. Lalu yang berikutnya itu untuk mempromosikan bagaimana jurnal kita tidak hanya itu ya secara nasional, namun bisa juga dikenal secara internasional. Dan yang berikutnya itu kita melakukan tracking. Kita biasanya sebagai peneliti, Bapak Ibu dosen mempunyai akun Scopus dan sudah banyak mempublish. Nah, apakah jurnal tersebut itu sudah banyak diikuti? Apakah jurnal tersebut untuk tren topik itu meningkat tiap tahunnya atau menurun? Nah, itu bisa diketahui melalui Scopus. Nah, lalu untuk yang terakhir itu untuk manajemen data riset. Itu bagaimana jurnal Bapak Ibu yang sudah mungkin terindeks di Scopus gitu ya, kenapa semakin menurun ataupun juga bahkan tidak ada yang mensitasi. Nah, itu bisa digunakan sebagai evaluasi. Apakah jurnal kita ini ya, tadi yang sudah disampaikan Mr. Win itu yang real world impact, itu sudah cukup berimpact memberikan pengaruh ke dunia internasional. Apakah kita harus mengganti topik? Nah, itu bisa diketahui melalui Scopus ini.
Okay, thanks, Dan. Okay, next one, right? This is like the memes from high impact PhD meme, right? When you have to read what you don't like to read, right? Like you are a cat, for example, and you think, oh, I have to eat vegetable. It's like it's the same, right? When you download a lot of paper, like 100 paper, and you look it back and oh, there is a lot of paper you have to read, but you have no choice. All of the paper is good for you. Yeah. You want to translate or it's okay? Okay. Okay, let's get started how to use Scopus. So I will go demo. You can go with me one by one. All right. Okay, let me share my screen here. All right. So I hope that you can use Scopus, right? You just go to www.scopus.com. Yeah.
Bapak Ibu juga bisa mencoba gitu ya, dan teman-teman mahasiswa dalam menggunakan Scopus ini bersama-sama itu
I'm
bisa
not
diakses.
I'm not sure that you have to go to your library homepage or you can access through website.
Yeah, I think it's both of them is okay.
Okay, so you can see here, right? We have kind of this feature, document, author, research discovery, organization. But this one you have to subscribe more, like for Scopus AI. Scopus AI is good. You can use your language like Bahasa or anything about any language. I can say that. But if you use like document, author, researcher, discovery, or organizations, you have to use your not your the English one. So you have here, if you would like to find the right journals, the right articles, here you just choose the document for reading. But the most important thing that will set this as a default, like article title, abstract, keyword here, right? And you can click on it and you can see we can use like first author, source title. Source title mean journal's name. Abstract, ISSN, conference, chemical name, cast number. But I will use this one as the normal one first. All right. And
Yep.
then, yeah, okay.
Okay. Let me explain first. Oke, so untuk Bapak Ibu itu bisa mengakses tadi ya scopus.com itu. Kalau semisal Bapak Ibu dan teman-teman mahasiswa sedang ada di kampus, itu bisa langsung mengakses. Tapi kalau semisal Bapak Ibu sedang ada di luar kampus, itu bisa juga untuk register melalui remote access dari Scopus tersebut.
Okay, all right. Then what you have to know that I mentioned before that, you have to know what you don't know. All right. Like for example, okay, I know that I don't know about carbon, for example. Oh, okay, COVID, for example, COVID. Then I just use here this keyword and click search. All right, just click search on it. Yeah. Okay, and then you will get all of the data about COVID. You can see, right? We have 700,000 documents approximately here. As you can see, right? You can see all of the data like this filter. You can see this filter. You can see this one is the article titles and it address like articles, but you can see like books, conference, articles, for example, but this one is article. And if you can see this C, like address like open access, it means that you can read the full text from these journals. But if it doesn't show anything like this, it means that you can read only abstract. All right. Okay. Before go into this, I would like you to go up first. For example, right, I start with COVID. I got 700,000. So you can see this, right? But if you want to read more specific, or if you want to specify some additional keyword, for example, you can go to this add search here. You can see here, right? We have like and, or, and not. And mean, if you want to find like, okay, for example, COVID and influenza, for example, vaccine. If you want to use 2 syllable, so COVID is 1 syllable, right? Influenza vaccine is 2 syllable, like 2 words. We have to put the quotation on the left and the right. For example, like this one, and this one. All right. If 1 word, you don't have to put it in, but if it more than 2 words, you have to put the quotations on the left and the right, like this. All right, like 3 word, 4 word, any 3 syllable, 4 syllable, or anything about that. You have to put like this, right? And then if you use and, what do you get? This sorry. This search engine will try to find all of the article that have these 2 keywords, like COVID and influenza. If they found one, like if they found only COVID, they will not count. All right. Okay, I will click on search here. You can see it's decreased from 700,000 into 4,000. So what does it mean on this? It means that if you know a lot of keyword, it can help you to find the specific article, to be more accurate from your finding. All right, if you use this. And another things we call like or, and means these 2 keywords has to show in all articles. But if you use or means COVID also can find, influenza vaccine also can find, COVID and influenza vaccine also can find. It means that they will find like COVID first, and then influenza vaccine, and then COVID and influenza vaccine. Okay, for example, I click on here, search. See, almost like 800,000. It's more than usual, right? Because if I click delete on here, it shows just only like 732,000 here, as you can see, right? But if I put like, for example, or influenza here, influenza vaccine. Yeah, it will decrease, or it will increase search here. You can see here, 77 for now. What I want you to understand that if you need to see everything, use or. All right, use or. If you use here and, it would be more specific. For example, like this, right? You can see here the result here, right? We can click search, and it will be more specific, like 4,000 for this. You can click, if you know more keyword, you can click on it, right? For example, here you click on and here you can put like I don't know much race respiratory. Okay, I know about this. I know. And then here, right? System. Here, okay, for example. You can see you can click search once again. Like no data. It means that they cannot find. Okay. Respiratory. Okay, I searched already. Okay. That there will be no match. So it means that no one have been done this research before. So we just click it now and search. So we have for I don't know what to put it in. Maybe material, for example, material here, right? And I click search. Here, 130. It means that if you know your keyword, then you use and to reduce your scope to find the list of the articles. All right, please try to use this one. And as mean if you need to find more specific, or if you need to find everything in the world, right? You use or. But the last one we call here and not. If you talk about here COVID and not influenza, it means that I would like to find any article in the world about COVID, but not influenza vaccine. So it can be another vaccine, but not influenza. What is this used for, right? It is used for to find the new things, because sometimes you know, okay, I know about influenza vaccine already. So you just click on and not, and you want to learn another vaccine, not influenza vaccine, right? You click on search here. As you can see here, right? Okay, yeah, and not. So it means that there's still a lot about COVID, but not influenza vaccine. And you can go to this. Okay. You want to translate or it's okay?
Yeah, we'll give some brief translation.
Okay.
Baik, jadi Bapak Ibu, itu yang pertama dalam menggunakan Scopus itu mencari dalam search engine-nya, search bar-nya. Apakah tadi dicari melalui judul artikel, abstrak, ataupun juga keyword. Nah, itu Bapak Ibu bisa masukkan lebih dari satu keyword. Jadi, misal sebagai contoh di sini tadi Mr. Win memasukkan COVID gitu ya. Hanya satu keyword. Itu ada tadi 720.000 artikel. Lalu misal ingin ditambahkan lagi gitu ya untuk keyword kedua, itu influenza vaksin. Ketika kita menggunakan boolean operator gitu ya, tadi juga dijelaskan itu kita menggunakan and. Nah, jadi kita mencari artikel jurnal itu dari dua keyword tersebut, COVID dan juga influenza vaksin. Dan hasilnya tadi ada di 4.000. Nah, dan pastikan Bapak Ibu ketika semisal gitu ya, kata kunci juga, lebih dari satu kata. Itu misal 2 kata, 3 kata, itu pastikan menggunakan apostrof tadi, atau tanda kutip gitu ya. Nah, lalu untuk boolean yang kedua itu or, jadi misal COVID or influenza vaksin. Nah, itu nanti akan dicarikan artikel jurnal yang mengandung COVID, lalu artikel jurnal yang juga berisikan influenza vaksin, dan juga yang ketiga itu COVID dan juga influenza vaksin. Jadi hasilnya itu sangat masih luas. Itu tadi 776. Dan yang terakhir tadi itu ada yang EndNote. Itu Bapak Ibu bisa menggunakan juga dalam mencari artikel jurnal. Misal COVID saja, tapi tidak mengikut sertakan dengan influenza vaksin. Nah, itu Bapak Ibu bisa menggunakan boolean EndNote tersebut. Oke.
Okay. Yep. And then, right, you can use your filter on the left-hand side here, right? As you can see, we have the range here. Like, for example, like we have 2015. You can try on this, or you can go here like this, all right? But for me, I always like type here 2015 to 2025, for example, and I click on it here. You can see, right? For example, I use and here. This is, for example, and is we got like 4,000 document, and then I would like to go for in detail to review only like 5 years. And I click on it 2020 and to 2025. From 4,000, okay, it reduce a bit, right? And then I just go down to focus more on subject area here. Okay, for example, I come from the, you can click show all here. I come from the social science. I am like the social science faculty of social science. I limit to. You can see, right? What I would like you to realize that you have to focus here the research area, because as you can see here, right, COVID and influenza vaccine it impact to all subject area, not just only medicine, but it impact to the social science, nursing, art and humanity, psychology, engineering, energy, everything's about COVID, right? But I would like you to choose what you are from. Like you are from the Faculty of Social Science, your research field is about health profession, for example. You just pick and choose to reduce to be more specific, right? And then you can see here, right? From 4,000 into 100 articles here, right? It will be more specific. And you click here, just only like, okay, I would like to read only article. Just click on article and limit to. Limit to is mean you want this when you click it, but exclude mean if you click this, it will take another thing, not this one. Okay, I'll limit to this here, right? Okay, and I can scroll down. You can see the keyword here as well. If you need like to be really specific, you can click on it. And you can see here, right, like COVID, human influenza, coronavirus vaccine, for example. And we can scroll down to this one. This is quite a big highlight, open access. If you want to read the full text, you just have to click here, open access, and click on limit to. Then you can read the full text. But how can we read the full text, right? First and foremost, you can click here for the data. If you would like to do the meta analysis, you can click here to do the export file here. See, like CSV, for example, you can click what you want to do, like bibliography, abstract, funding information. If you come through the Excel format and export, you can click here, track status, and they will show the track status here, right? And then you can click here, download CSV. All right. Okay, download CSV here. Wait now. Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you that I will share the presentation after this session. No worry. You can see here, right? The data that we download. We have author names, title, source title here. You can see source title, author, and title being like the article title from the column D here. All right, and you can see here all of the information including abstract at the column R here. All right, you can see here, you can see this one is article, right? Each article, but hello, I think it's reflect my hello. Hello, John. Okay, yeah, thanks. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. If you can see here, right? This is for each article. Then you can read to this article for each abstract here. All right, when you read it, because some of you would like to do the meta analysis or do the literature review, and then you can read it one by one here. Or I will go back to the Scopus here. Which one? Okay, this one. I'll go back to the Scopus here. Okay. Oops. I will go back to the Scopus, right? This is all my filter, right? That I filter the social science article type and then open access here. And then I will like, okay, I would like to download to read for the full text. You just click here. What you want, you click here, and then you click here, download. Okay, here, you can click on here, download. It will show the download here for the full text. As you can see, right, here, you can read here for the full text. This is the latent profile analysis for COVID. As you can see here, right, if you want to read full text, because Scopus is the data that support the abstract as the major sources, but if you want to read the full text, we have to scroll down to use here the filter we call open access here. You don't have to care about the type of the open access. You just have to care about the open access here to read it and to download for the full text here. All right. And then for me, if you want to read like the high citation to read first, you just go to this, click on it, and you click on cited by highest, because this is the most trustful article, because they got a lot of citations here. It means that everyone come to read this and cite into their own manuscript. All right. And then you can click on it. For example, right, you can click here into for reading. You can see here that is the name articles. There is like the journal's name here. For example, you can click on here, journal name, to see the quality of journals here. Click on it, right? We can see this is the journal's name, publisher, journal types, the metrics like size score, SJR, and SNP. For example, you can see the journal quality here, Q1 journal. We classify into 4 quartile. Like Q1 journals is the highest quartile. This is the most quality of the journals. All right. The quartile 2 is the second. It's the second quality rather than Q1. All right. You can see on this. This is okay. This is Q1. This is a good journals. Then you can go to read on this. This is open access. This is the author names. This is the affiliation on here. And scroll down. You can see here, right? In the abstract, you can read and go to the abstract here as well. You can see the author keyword, index keyword, from where it carry. For example, like entry, medical terms, chemical and cast resistant, right? Author and corresponding author here. You can, if you would like to do the collaboration, if you have any question, you can go to read. You can go to this and email to them, like to ask for more question, like how can you do this? How can you do that? For example. All right. This is like, how can we go? You can go to the impact here as well. Like the impact can help you to navigate the quality of contents. Like you can see this is like citation that this article got 369, and we have like fieldwork citation impact. This has got the sustainability SDG for SDG 3, and this one has a topic cluster here as well. So this is quite good that you can see another metrics here as well. And you can see that like what is the article that cite this article. Like for 369 article that cite this article, you can see here, right? And how many reference that they use like 55 reference for this one, for example. And they also recommend you a good article which is quite similar to this article. They will call here similar document. You can go to read another article which is similar to this article as well. All right, this is like how can we go to read. But if you don't want to go to read like inside, you just read here. They also have a tab we call like show abstract here. You can click on it here, show abstract, click on it. You can read on it here as well. All right, here, for example, like show abstract here, show abstract, for example. This is how can we use the document function. All right, but the last thing, if you want to know that, okay, this is keyword still be in the trend, like word trend, or not. You just click on it here, or all right, and click here, analyze result. You click on it, and you will see this is still be the trend or not. Like, should we do this topic or should we not do this topic? We will see this graph here. This the y-axis is the document and the x-axis is the year here. If you can see, right? If this graph is still growing and growing, it means that this topic still be interesting. But if this graph is declining like this, right? 2023 is peak, but if you can see 2024, they have published only 11 articles. It means that this topic is not a good topic to do anymore, because you can see the decline in 2025 as well. There is already 3 publications on this topic. All right. So this is how can we navigate you to see the world trend for the article in the Scopus. Like, okay, this topic is good or it's not good. You can see on this data, and you can see like who is the top author for this topic as well. Like, who is the top affiliation who publish a lot on this. What the country who publish about this article, like COVID-19 and vaccine, right? And this is also a subject area. This which relate to the keyword. And this one is the sponsor, like funding sponsor that give as the funder for this keyword topic. All right, this is how can we see the trending. But the most important graph is this graph. You can see the trending. This is the lower trending, decline trending. So for me, I will not shoot this at my topic because it's not in our trend anymore. It could be like generative AI or anything about AI. All right. So this is how can we use the document function. Yeah. Do you want to translate or this is too much?
Yeah, I think I will give
Okay.
some brief
Okay.
translation. Jadi Bapak Ibu sekalian, itu bisa menggunakan fitur yang ada di Scopus itu setelah memasukkan kata kunci, itu di bagian panel sebelah kiri, itu Bapak Ibu bisa lakukan filter apakah itu dari tahun, jadi semisal dari range tahun 2020 sampai 2025, ataupun juga semisal di tahun 2025 saja. Itu bisa dilakukan gitu. Lalu untuk yang kedua, tadi itu Bapak Ibu bisa lakukan filter itu dari subjek area. Jadi semisal Bapak Ibu dari fakultas tadi mungkin itu ingin melakukan membaca gitu ya mengenai artikel jurnal mengenai COVID, itu dari sisi FISIP itu seperti apa. Bisa dilakukan filter, itu mungkin tadi dari 4.000 hasilnya, itu ada di tadi 110 untuk hasilnya. Selain itu ada juga Bapak Ibu bisa lakukan filter apakah yang ingin dibaca itu dari artikel jurnal saja, apakah itu buku dan conference project lainnya. Lalu yang terakhir, apakah jurnal itu open access. Nah, kalau Bapak Ibu ingin melakukan ataupun mencari yang bisa di-download gitu ya, PDF full text-nya, itu pastikan memilih untuk yang all open access. Kurang lebih seperti itu. Lalu untuk ke berikutnya, itu Bapak Ibu semisal sudah melakukan filter. Dan Bapak Ibu ingin melakukan analisa gitu, datanya itu seperti apa, itu Bapak Ibu bisa klik untuk yang tadi all, lalu juga diekspor untuk dalam bentuk Excel. Nah, ini untuk yang tadi melihat untuk metadata tadi. Lalu Bapak Ibu juga bisa lakukan download untuk filenya. Bapak Ibu bisa pilih mungkin 1, 2, atau mungkin 50 kalau nggak salah itu untuk di-download langsung gitu ya untuk file PDF untuk open access tersebut. Nah, lalu Bapak Ibu juga bisa lakukan untuk yang nah, seperti ini kalau misal Bapak Ibu untuk ingin lakukan download gitu ya pada file PDF. Selanjutnya Bapak Ibu juga bisa lakukan analyze result gitu ya. Memilih I think we should go to the analyze result.
Okay, analyze result.
Nah, untuk ini Bapak Ibu bisa lakukan analisis apakah keyword yang Bapak Ibu ataupun topik penelitian yang Bapak Ibu ingin cari gitu ya, sedang tren atau tidak. Dan di tahun berapa itu sudah menjadi, apakah di tahun ini sudah turun gitu. Lalu Bapak Ibu juga bisa lihat dari, I think can we scroll down. Nah, ini bisa dilihat juga apakah dari profil author, ataukah itu juga dari evaluation, ataukah itu dari country or territory, dan lain sebagainya. Nah, ini salah satu fitur yang dari Scopus memang cukup potensial gitu ya, untuk membantu Bapak Ibu dan teman-teman mahasiswa melakukan riset penelitian yang mungkin topiknya sudah ada tapi masih bingung untuk menghubungi siapa. I think that's all.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Okay, the next tools, the next function is authors here. You can go back to here, the Scopus homepage, right? You can see the author functions here. You click on it. You just put your names, your ORCID ID if you have. Okay, for example, here I put like my name here, right? I click on search. You can see here, right? This is my profile, and then you can click on profile here. Once you click on profile here, you can see, okay, this is my name, this is my surname, this is my my last university in Bangkok, Chulalongkorn University. Here you can see my Scopus ID. This is ORCID ID. I think you should register the ORCID ID as well and connect this, because some of the publisher, they use the different name. And once they publish an index in Scopus, Scopus cannot detect with the different name or different, like, for example, right? Some of them they use like Y dot or Utah dot, for example. So Scopus doesn't understand this guy is the same guy or not. So they will separate the author profile. Then if we have like ORCID number ID here, you just connect together, and in every articles, every publisher, if you link with the same ORCID ID here, they will link into your profile here, all right? And then you can see here, citation, document, and H index here. And you can scroll down, right? You can see here all of the article that you have here. And you can see the citation here as well. And the most important thing is here, right? This is the graph that can show you that, like, okay, which year, how many publication that you published for different year, right? For example, like 2020 for the bar graph here, and the line chart here. This is show as a citation here in different year, and you can also look it into in detail here by clicking the citation overview. Once you click it here, you can see how you grow, right? From the first date that you publish, right? This is the document that I published, like 2 publication from 2020, and you got like 2 citation here. And you can see the growth here as well. And you can go to scroll down, like and go here. This is the year of publication, all right? And the y-axis. The x-axis is the year of citation. You can see like 2022. This is like 2 citation from here, from this side. For the article, this one you get like 8 from 2021. But which one that you got the citation from this article and this article and this article, right? And this one you can also export here as well, to export, right? Because some of you may need this data to ask for like the role as professor, assistant professor, or associate professor, for example. you may want to use this for your reference, like you got how many citation you get, how many publication you get from this, right? You can also click here to exclude self citation or include self citation as well. You can use the range here as well. For example, I use the range here 2019. They will show to be more like specific year on this. You can also export here, right? Okay, I click here on export. They will show the export here for the data, right? Okay, for example, let me share my Excel here. As you can see here, right, you can see the table here from first article here. You can see here, right? This is like the article that you have, for example, at the column B here, right? At the column B, for example, this is like kind of be the years that you also have for column, for like line 6 here. As you can see, right, you can see all of the citation detail here as well to use as a reference. But if you think this is not correct, please let me know, and I will ask our technical team to solve it regarding like the number of the publication, the number of citation. You just reach out to me, and I will be there to help you. All right. So we can go back to the author profile here, and you can also look at into here, analyze author output text as well. You can click on it. You can analyze about everything about this researcher, right? For example, you can see here how many publications that they publish in which journals, like scientific journals, Journal of Taiwan, IEEE, for example. You can scroll down to see his H index as well. For example, here, right? You can see the H index. But how can we calculate the H index, right? We calculate by using the number of document here and the number of citation, and we rank the document that got citation the most here, right? Like 25, as you can see, and go down with the lower number of citations here. And how can we use the H5 index here, right? If the number of citation is equal or larger than number of document, they will use this. But if this number is lower than number of document, we will cut as above. For example, right, 25 is larger than 1, 12 larger than 2, 7 larger than 3, 7 larger than 4, and 5 is equal 5, right? It's still okay. But if you look at 4, 4 is not equal or larger than 6. So then we cut down here at the 5. So we cut here. This is aesthetic 5. This is how can we calculate. So it means that we have 5 publications that we got at least 5 citation. That is the meaning of aesthetic. All right. We calculate for the researcher performance. You can see the co-author here, like source here as well, like type of publication here, type of by year, by subject here as well. You can see anything if you want to analyze, and you can also export everything. You just click here, for example, click here and export, right? And you can also update graph to be H5 index as well, for example, right? We can, okay, I can get back here. So, and you can see here is the author position as well. All right. That is like, because in publication, we will put the author position like first author, last author, co-author, single author. They will come to count on this, like how many publication that your position as a first author here, right? You can see this is like I have 4, I have no last author, I have co-author like half of them. I have no single author. You can see show author position here as well, and you can analyze the data from this. And you can also see here as well, like impact, for example, that okay, this guy have the document that published like 1 articles that relate to the SDG 7, for example. And for example, and I also have like 2 top citation percentile, and I publish 7 documents in Q1 journals, for example, and you can see the FWCI here as well. This is used for analysis. I also have like in 35 international collaboration, 35 academic collaborations as well. You can see the cited by, who cite my work, and preprints, co-author. And if you want like how this guy good at which topics, you just go to topics here, right? And see, okay, like for me, right, I am the expert for catalytic pathway for ethanol to butadiene conversion, mesoporoxylica synthesis, and catalytic application. This is my expertise on this, right? This is how can we use the author profile. But for myself, I would like to encourage everyone to use the edit profile as well to collect your profile to be more accurate, because sometimes right, you think it's not important, but it is important for yourself. Like funder, they will come to see this and give you a funding by seeing the data in the Scopus like author profile, like how many H index you have, how many citation you have, how many document you have, or what is your topics area that relate to the funder or not. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay.
Jadi tadi untuk yang pertama itu untuk mencari dokumen. Nah, yang untuk ini untuk mencari penulis ataupun author gitu ya. Ini bisa dilihat profil Mr. Win gitu ya, yang ada di Scopus. Itu Bapak Ibu bisa lakukan analisis dari profil author tersebut. Terus kalau misal Bapak Ibu sudah punya gitu ya untuk profil author di Scopus, itu pastikan untuk untuk memastikan ORCID ID number-nya itu, karena beberapa hal itu sering terjadi, itu misal ada itu ada muncul beberapa profile begitu. Nah, itu yang harus diklarifikasi ataupun harus dijadikan di connect ORCID number. Nah, terus untuk berikutnya di profil ini Bapak Ibu bisa lihat untuk ada berapa dokumen dalam profil ini, apakah sudah ada berapa yang ditulis. Lalu dari penulisan itu juga bisa dilakukan analisis. Berapa banyak yang melakukan citasi pada dokumen-dokumen tulis oleh profil tersebut. Lalu yang berikutnya itu bisa dilihat dari impact. Jadi biasanya kalau di scope ini untuk yang impact itu untuk support SDG atau Sustainable Development Goals. Nah, itu yang akan menunjukkan untuk seberapa impact dari jurnal artikel kita. Kurang lebih seperti itu untuk kita bisa menganalisis dari untuk yang Scopus itu bagian profile.
Okay, yeah. I think this one I would like to encourage every researcher to collect your author, because this one can help you to drive your like QS ranking or THE ranking as well. Yeah. All right, the next function that we call researcher discovery here. What is the researcher discovery means? It means that if you would like to find an expert in the world or your country, you can come to here. Right. Okay, for example, I would like to know who is the best person about artificial intelligence like AI. I click on here. Right. This is my keyword. I would like to know who is the best person that I would like to collaborate with. Here. As you can see, if you match the expert, the author expert or researcher expert in this is like, for example, we load Vivanikit from India, that he has like 219 documents total citation. We have like the one from Singapore, India, Laos, India, Hungary, USA, for example. This is the one that expert in artificial intelligence. And if you want to know, like, do we have our countries here as well? Right, you can click on here. For example, we can click on show all. For example, if you is here, you can click on it, apply. And you can see here, right? This is the person who are expert in artificial intelligence in Indonesia. For example, this is from Mena. For example, here you can see this is the expert that you can find for the collaboration, or you can find for the consulting as well. And you can click on here, profile, preview profile. You can see this researcher, right? He has been worked about this topic about artificial intelligence for 7 years. And this is the most topic, right? It's about chatbot integration in educational and service sector, artificial intelligence in educational transformations. And you can see all of the publications that he has on this, right? As you can see, this is good for you if you want to do the collaboration in your country. But if you want to do with another country, you don't have to use this filter as well. This is and this is also show the country, right? This is show the organization level here. You can see here, right? For example, and yeah. Okay, this is not complicated tools. This is the tools that you can find an expert from your keyword to do the collaborator, to do the collaborations as a collaborator. I mean, yeah. Yep, that's it.
Untuk yang fitur berikutnya itu ada di Research Discovery. Jadi Bapak Ibu atau teman-teman mahasiswa yang sedang ingin mengetahui gitu ya siapa yang ekspertis di topik tertentu atau di subjek area tertentu, itu bisa masukkan keywordnya. Misal di sini untuk artificial intelligence, untuk mengetahui siapa yang sekiranya ekspertis di bidang ini. Itu tadi bisa juga di filter gitu ya, misal di luar negeri, yaitu mostly dari India untuk topik artificial intelligence. Lalu misal ingin coba filter begitu ya di Indonesia, siapa sih yang ekspertis di bidang artificial intelligence, itu ternyata ada di sini di Universitas Al Asyariah Mandar, itu di Sulawesi Barat. Nah, kurang lebih seperti itu untuk fitur yang researcher discovery. Ini sangat membantu gitu ya bagi Bapak Ibu dosen dan juga teman-teman mahasiswa yang sekiranya ingin melakukan penelitian.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Ya, that's it.
Okay. Okay, the last question, not the last but not least, this is the organization profile here, right? Let me try this. Yep. I guess you have kind of question.
Oh ya, Pak
Okay.
Reza.
Yeah, let's I think he raised his hand.
Baik, terima kasih Mas Jody dan pemateri serta Ibu Junedi selaku moderator atas kesempatan dan waktu yang diberikan. Perkenalkan sebelumnya saya Reza, saya mahasiswa MES dari Unpusdur jurusan Ekonomi Syariah. Di sini kita izin bertanya terkait Scopus ini, Mas dan Ibu. Jadi kan kalau yang di strata 1 oktal S1 itu kan kita lebih dominan untuk menggunakan sumber referensi artikel maupun jurnal yang masih bersifat nasional, belum meranah ke internasional. Dan untuk Scopus ini ada nggak sih perbedaan antara jurnal Scopus dan jurnal Sinta? Adakah tingkatan yang ada di jurnal Scopus ini seperti jurnal Sinta? Kalau yang saya tahu untuk jurnal Sinta itu kan ada tingkatannya, Sinta 1, 2, sampai 5. Nah, kalau Scopus ini adakah tingkatan seperti Sinta? Lalu pertanyaan yang kedua, bagaimana cara peneliti ini bisa mensubmit atau mengirimkan sebuah artikel agar artikel tersebut bisa terbit ke Scopus. Lalu ada nggak sih Mas atau Ibu terkait kriteria apa saja yang bisa melatar belakangi sebuah artikel ini bisa diterima atau ditolak dalam Scopus. Lalu pertanyaan yang terakhir, bagaimana dari peneliti ini agar jurnal yang sudah disubmit ke Scopus ini, sudah terbit ini, bisa banyak dikritik atau digunakan sebagai sumber referensi oleh orang lain. Terima kasih.
Baik, Pak Reza, terima kasih untuk pertanyaannya gitu ya. Untuk jawab pertanyaan yang pertama tadi ya, untuk perbedaan antara Sinta dan juga Scopus, memang Sinta itu ada di tingkat nasional. Itu tadi ada juga rankingnya gitu ya, Sinta 1, Sinta 2, Sinta 3, Sinta 4. Nah, kalau di Scopus ini juga ada rankingnya. Untuk di Scopus ini kita sistemnya itu jadi kuartil 1 atau Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Nah, ini juga ranking di Scopus. Kalau Scopus itu terindeks atau indeksasinya jurnal-jurnal secara internasional. Nah, itu untuk tadi menjawab pertanyaan yang pertama gitu ya. Lalu untuk yang kedua tadi, berikutnya biar bisa dibantu oleh Mr. Win gitu ya. So, he asking whether how to publish or how to get the journal published index in Scopus. And are there any maybe tips and tricks to get the journal indexed in Scopus? So I'll give it to Win.
Well, can I repeat my understanding that they want to know like how to kind of choose the right journals to publish in Scopus, or how can we index journal in Scopus?
How can we index journal in Scopus?
Oh, actually, we have the content selection advisory board to select the journals, right? But I will send you the link that you can submit your journals, and they will consider on that. Yeah. And you can follow, like, you have to have like the peer review process. They have like 5 criteria. As I understanding, they have like the peer review journals, English, abstract must be English. They have like ethics statement, for example, and they choose to have like the editor. How many editor, I'm not sure about that, but I can send you the link if you want to index your journal into Scopus, and you can follow the step on that. Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can share the link with everyone. Jadi Pak Reza, untuk tadi jawaban dari Miss itu ada beberapa tahapan proses gitu ya, bagaimana jurnal kita itu sudah bisa terindeks di Scopus. Itu yang pertama tadi itu abstraknya itu dalam bahasa Inggris. Itu yang pertama, lalu juga sudah ada harus terbit berapa lama dari usernya. Lalu adapun juga itu nanti semua tergantung dari yang tadi CSAB itu, yang departemen mereka yang melakukan seleksi ataupun juga memilih gitu ya untuk jurnal ini bisa terindeks di Scopus enggak. Dan yang terakhir itu jurnal Pak Reza itu sudah harus peer reviewed. Jadi sudah melalui tahapan-tahapan tertentu itu bisa masuk dalam penilaian dari CSAB tersebut. Apakah jurnal itu bisa masuk ataupun terindeks di Scopus atau tidak.
So this is kind of be kind of a technique that you want if you want to index, like your journal would like to index in Scopus. We have like, you have to be peer review process. You have to have like ISSN. You have to have like publication history to be reviewed, content that relevant, readable, international audience, have English language, have the publicly available publication ethics here as well. And you can go to this one, right? This is kind of be like websites that we can go one by one on this. Yeah, for example, this is for ethics as well. COP committee. Yeah, this is quite like here category. They will show you all of things about like technical on this. Yeah. And here. And once you finish, right, you just go here, scope title suggest form. And I will you can see here, right? There will be the agreement here. You have to go to read on the agreement about Gen AI, about link from your journals, website journals, peer review. You have to tick all of things here. Author fee, process, publication ethics, access, archiving, here everything. And then you just go here and save draft. And you will do step by step here. And then you can submit on. After you finish everything, you can submit. And they will contact you shortly for that. Yeah. I hope this helps.
Ya, jadi untuk prosesnya itu cukup panjang dan kriterianya lumayan banyak ya untuk agar terindeks di Scopus. Lalu untuk yang terakhir, kalau semisal semua kriteria itu sudah terpenuhi, Pak Reza bisa masuk ke link ini, eh, mengajukan permohonan gitu ya, apakah jurnal tersebut itu bisa terindeks di Scopus atau tidak. Kurang lebih seperti itu, Pak Reza.
Mr. Lesa, where's his hand? Yeah.
Baik, terima kasih atas jawabannya Mas Jody dan para pemateri.
What did he say? I'm sorry.
He say thank you.
Okay, terima kasih. Okay, we go to the next. So the next one, right? We will show that the last but not least about the organization profile. Here, as you can see here, right? There will be the organizations here, and we can put your its institution names here, right? And then just click on here, click on it. They will show your institution here. Just click on it once again. You can see here, this is your university name, and this is the location, right? I hope this is correct. If it's not correct, please let me know, and I can help you to solve it. And this is the number of the document, the authors. This is like the subject area that they classify for you here. Most of you publish in social science here, right? As the 38.6%. At art and humanities here, psychology, business, decision science, physics and astronomy, for example. You can see like if you want to know which journal that you publish the most in your institution, just click on source here. You can see here you publish in these journals the most. Journal Hakum Islam, right? And systematic review in pharmacy, for example, here. This is the data that you can use as well. You can see here the collaborator here as well. Yeah, that the university that you collaborate with, Bawijaya University, for example, here as you can see, right? And you can see that how many publications that match to the SDG. You can click on it. You can see here, this is all the publication that match to the SDG here. For different SDG, like SDG 1, you have 7 articles. SDG 3, you have 11. SDG 4, you have like 13 articles here. You can see the details by clicking on this, right? And then you can analyze here. You can click on it, click on document here, right? And then you can see this is all of the document under your institution. You can click on here, analyze result. You can see this is the trend that your institution published from 2014 until now. You can see the trend here, right? You can see here, right? This is you can scroll down to see who published the most, who is your collaboration, what is the country that you publish with, like collaborator, document type, subject area, and also funding sponsor here as well. Yeah, this is all the data from organization, because some of you would like to export this to do the research strategy or research policy, because I understand that publish in Q1 or Q2 is hard, but I would like to encourage you. I trust that Indonesian researchers, they are very nice and smart, that you can publish Q1 or Q2 journal. You know, for myself, I used to get the rejection around 15 times for one article. 15 times. Because I trust my articles, that my article is good, I want to publish in Q1 journals. After 15 times, I got rejection from elsewhere. That's why I'm work here. I've come to revenge. But finally, right, after 15 times, you know, I got the acceptance from elsewhere. Right, that's what I'm proud. Just trust yourself. You know what you. I think you are the. Sorry. Hey, thank you. Okay, just trust yourself that you can publish in Q1 journal. I know it's first time is hard, but once you success, you will know how to publish in Q1 journal. I would like you to encourage to publish, not quantity, but quality is the most important to help your university to drive more ranking, to drive into the right position, right direction, right? I know it's hard, but when you success, you will be proud for yourself as well. Okay, this is all of the functions, right? For Scopus AI, I will not talk about it, but it's quite good. Yeah, that you can use your like Bahasa language, and it can help you in terms of like the summary, like ChatGPT, or in terms of like visualizations. But another thing that we call sources. This is the places that you can find. Oh, sorry. Do you want to translate first for organization?
No, it's okay.
Okay, yeah. The last one is the sources here, that if you want to find the right journals to publish, you just go to here. And then what's next, right? You just go to here, like we have like title. Title is for checking the journal that's indexed in Scopus or not. You just type your article's name, for example, material something, right? But if you want to publish in a journals, you just go to here, subject area, and find the right journals. So I will not talk to this much, because I also have like the part for targeting journals. Before we move on to the next session, do you have any question under that?
Yes, actually, we have question from
Can you help me to translate that?
Bapak Muhammad Nasruddin Rahmat. So he gives two. The first one is, besides the basic search feature, such as we looking for author or keyword, which Scopus feature do you think it's still underrated or underutilized by many researchers, but has the most significant impact on discovering the new research gap, or perhaps to find collaborators?
For me to find collaborator, I suggest you to use the researcher discovery. Yeah, I think it's quite like important thing here. Researcher discovery. If you need to find collaborator, this is the best part or the best function that you can find. Like for example, I would like to know about bullying society, for example. Here, right? I want to know like who is the best person who know about how can we improve the bullying here. We just and enter, and it will try to match the person who. So like for example, no one about this, right? Okay, I can be this. Like yeah, for example here we have like India, Kazakhstan, Japan, UK, Finland, France, for example. But if you think, okay, I would like to do just only in my country, just here, go for sure, and Indonesia here, click on it and apply. And it will show here, this is like the person that can help you to navigate for your collaborations on this. Yeah, I hope this helps.
Jadi untuk salah satu fitur yang memang masih jarang digunakan gitu ya untuk beberapa peneliti ataupun Bapak Ibu dosen. Yang pertama tadi itu yang researcher discovery ini. Di fitur ini Bapak Ibu bisa menemukan gitu ya atau potential collaborators topik yang sedang diteliti oleh Bapak Ibu. So for the second question, so giving rise of the predatory journal, so what are the indication of perhaps red flag that used by Scopus to evaluate and to choose whether the journal is discontinued or not?
Okay, this is a great question. Thank you for asking. First and foremost, right, what is the red flag for predatory journals? First and foremost, right, they will ask you the money to publish first. Like, okay, you have to submit and pay the money first. But for example, like elsewhere, we will not ask for the money first. We will ask after you get acceptance. You pass all the review process, you pass everything first, and then we will ask for the money, like open access, for example, and they have unclear vision, and they have like kind of be like, how can I say, unclear editor, and because you can check your editor on that. But for me, I will go here, right, to check if whether this continue or not. You just go to this, but actually this question is in my next session, but I can answer here. Okay, you just go to sources here. You just go here, document sources, document Scopus sources list. Click on it. Click on download the Scopus source list here. And click here once again, download the source title list here. You will get the file as the Excel file here right now. Here. Okay, all right. Okay, let me stop sharing this. Okay, you can see here, this is the Excel file after you download, right? Look at the column B here as a highlight in the yellow color here. This is all of the title, which is index in Scopus nowadays, and the index. But how can I know which one is discontinued? You go to column E at the highlight in the green one, and then you can see the active and inactive journals. Active mean it is still indexing in Scopus, but if it show inactive here, it means that it is not in Scopus anymore. But how can we use that, right? We can use go to here, ASAT here, because I sort and filter. Click on here, filter, and then you click on here, use the filter one. Click on inactive out and click OK. They will show only all the active journals. But you can scroll to the right hand side. You can see here as well at the column J. It will show the sorry, I'm busy. It will show open access status. Like if you want to pay for the open access journals, you can go to here, right? You can click on unpaid or open access. They will show only open access journal here as well. All right. But if you want, okay, I don't want to pay I just want to pay only, I just would like to publish in subscription journals. Click on blank here. They will show all the subscription journals. I will explain what is the subscription and open access journals. Right? You can scroll to the right. You can see the publisher here, detail, and subject area here as well. And the next tab here as well, right? They will show the accepted title. It means that this article just got acceptance, which is going to Scopus, like just got indexation in Scopus, like last month. Here you can see the journal's name, and this is the discontinued journals. This is just got the discontinued indexation in Scopus here as well. So what I would like you to realize that once I go back to the Scopus here, right? Once you, for example, right, I go to the sources here, I pick like journals, for example, here. Click on it. I click on, for example, I click on social science. I click on educations, click on it. And how can I know that this journal likely removed by Scopus? It's almost happened in Q1, E4 normally, right? So to avoid to pick the journal which is discontinued in Scopus, just choose like Q1 or Q2 journals. But for me to check that, you just go to here, right? For example, you got the title name, just click on it, click on here. You can see here on the detail of the journals, like journals name, journals metrics here. Still index in Scopus 2025 in from Thailand Francis. But what I would like you to realize here, size score, length, and trend. Click on it. You can see the blue bar here. If the blue bar is increased or stable, just like decrease or increase in different year, it's okay. But if this blue bar is decrease again and again, it means that this article is in dangerous zone. So our CSAB or Content Selection Advisory Board will come to re-evaluate that this journal should be in Scopus or not, because the quality is lower and lower. You just go to the bar chart here, right? This is like how can we defend our journal. But if you would like to avoid about like corn journal, hijack journals, you just click on here. Okay, for example, right? Sorry, I click on here. Oh, sorry. Wait, oh, sorry. Use these journals, right? Copy this journal's name. Copy and paste, and then go back to Scopus here. And go to the document here. Click here. Click on source title. And put here the journal's name here. They will search only article which is under this journal and click on search, right? And then you can see here, view app publisher. Just click on view app publisher. You don't have to go to Google's. You don't have to go to Google's. Then we come to the real publishers here. As you can see, like Taylor Francis, for example. Yeah, I hope this helped. Yeah, I hope this can help you. But from my understanding, try to publish any journal in Scopus, especially in Q1, Q2, Q3. Don't try to find the journal in Google's, because we don't know that is the clone journals, that is the hijack journal, or that is the predatory journals or not. Try to use Scopus as the main resources. Or if you are not sure, just go to Ask Your Library, or you can ask any elsewhere that you know. Ask me, ask Johan, or ask anybody else, for example. Yeah, I hope this helped.
Baik, untuk tadi menjawab yang kedua tadi sudah dilakukan oleh Mr. Win gitu ya, bagaimana cara kita menghindari dari predatory journal. Salah satunya ketika kita ingin coba indeks di Scopus itu kita kadang disuruh untuk bayar untuk masuk ke Scopus. Nah, hal-hal seperti ini itu biasanya menjadi indikasi gitu ya bahwa red flag juga untuk jurnal sebelum kita terindeks di Scopus tapi sudah minta bayaran di awal. Nah, kurang lebih itu tadi seperti itu. Terus untuk yang kedua, untuk cara menghindari predatory journal itu bisa tadi lihat di source list, lalu Bapak Ibu bisa klik untuk download all source list di Scopus, lalu bisa dilihat dari apakah jurnal tersebut itu sudah inaktif ataupun disnew di Scopus. Nah, itu cara kedua gitu ya untuk menghindari predatory journal. Terus untuk yang berikutnya itu Bapak Ibu bisa langsung cari gitu ya di Scopus mengenai tadi mungkin publisher ataupun juga judul artikel. Itu langsung di Scopus, jangan melalui google.com karena memang banyak di luar sana yang hijack jurnal ataupun juga predatory journal. Kalau dari Scopus, Bapak Ibu bisa memaksimalkan gitu ya, apakah jurnal ini tuh berasal dari publisher mana. Lalu bisa dilihat juga site score untuk jurnal tersebut. Apakah tren site score-nya itu meningkat, apakah itu menurun. Nah, itu bisa dianalisis melalui Scopus. Kurang lebih seperti itu, Pak Muhammad Nasruddin Rahmat.
Ini ada pertanyaan lagi Pak di room chat dari Pak Taufik.
Oh ya,
I think we have to move on because like yeah, we have no time
oke.
for the next question. Yeah. Okay. Okay, all right. For the next session, right, we'll talk about like the effective publications, like how to find the right journals. Mm. Okay, this kind of be like our sec our second session. So we talk about like the effective publications on this, and how to find the right journal, which is like to be avoid the um predatory journals, hijack journals, or any untrustable contents. So if you get some kind of content, you have to know what is the authorship, like is this data which is right from the expert or not, who is the publishers. Yeah, it's about the timeliness as well, like what is the data that published how many years ago, who is sponsor on this, is this any citation that they got from this article or not. So we have like the trust content platform, for example, maybe like Google Patents, PubMed, Sandilex, Scopus. So, but for now you are in here, right? Scopus, right? Scopus can navigate you to pick the right journals. So it could be like open access journals. It could be any kind of journals, right? And you can ask yourself, how can everyone cite my work? It should be published in international journals or national journals. You have to ask yourself, for example, right? Yeah, but this is kind of question that you can use Scopus to utilize to find the right journals. Yeah.
Untuk berikutnya itu membahas mengenai publication efektif, bagaimana secara efektif gitu ya kita meningkatkan publikasi kita. Nah, itu yang pertama tadi untuk memahami research workflow yang sempat saya jelaskan sebelumnya, itu di Scopus itu bisa membantu pada bagian publishing begitu ya. Bagaimana orang-orang itu dapat melakukan citasi pada jurnal kita. Apakah orang di luar negeri itu bisa melihat untuk jurnal kita? Lalu kita juga bisa melakukan Scopus ini untuk menggunakan sebagai reference gitu ya, untuk jurnal-jurnal yang kita gunakan untuk membantu penelitian kita. Dan yang terakhir, itu yang pasti untuk tracking, bagaimana kita melakukan tracking gitu ya, jurnal kita untuk age index dan lain sebagainya.
Okay. So how to find the right journals, right? To finding in the Scopus, right? You just have to begin with the end in mind. From Stephen Covey, he said that begin with the end in mind. Like if you want to do something, you have to scope what you want to do, right? If you want to go, like for example, in your real life, like today, okay, today I want to go to this shop, I want to go to do this, I want to go to do that. This is all everything in a day. You plan everything already. Like finding a journal, so you have to think about what is your manuscript format. It should be original research article, review article, or short communication. It should be open access or not. You have money, or your faculty have money or not to publish in open access. What you want to publish in multidisciplinary, or just only focus just one area. Any specific publisher, like elsewhere, you want to publish it elsewhere, or you want to publish with Nature Springer, for example, right? And are you publishing research data or other output alongside the article? You have to ask yourself all of this question you may have to ask. Thus, in our role, I share all things on this. If you want to publish in like journals, like open access journal, you can go to here, directory open access journals, or you can go to Enago open access journals, or you can go to Scopus here as well. Or if you want to publish in multidisciplinary, you can go Eden's Journal Selector, Journal Guide, or Scopus, or Olish Web's Global Serial Directory. You can go through all the information. And if you want to publish in specific journals, you can go to Elsevier Journal Finder, Springer Nature, or Valley Journals as well. This platform can use the search engine to match your article with the right journals. All right, this is kind of data that I would like you to share. Yeah, that's
Baik, untuk menemukan jurnal yang tepat gitu ya, mungkin untuk penelitian Bapak Ibu kalian yang mungkin sudah siap untuk publish, itu tadi ada beberapa tools gitu ya yang dijelaskan sama Mr. Win. Bagaimana kita mencari jurnal yang tepat gitu ya untuk penelitian kita. Apakah itu yang pertama, pastikan Bapak Ibu itu akan mempublishnya apakah open access, apakah itu untuk subscription, lalu apakah jurnal tersebut itu spesifik yang ingin dituju, misal publisher Elsevier ataupun juga Taylor Francis, Springer Nature, dan lain sebagainya. Nah, setelah itu, untuk langkah kedua, itu Bapak Ibu menggunakan tools itu yang membantu menemukan jurnal yang tepat. Itu tadi seperti di sini itu ada Elsevier Journal Finder, lalu ada juga Springer Nature Journal Suggester, Wiley Journal Finder. Tools seperti ini itu bisa membantu Bapak Ibu sekalian itu untuk membantu meningkatkan publikasi agar menemukan jurnal yang tepat gitu ya, sesuai dengan topik penelitian Bapak Ibu sekalian.
okay. So what kind of type that do we normally publish, right? We have like original research article. This is kind of the complete report on original research. Like everyone publish with this type, because when you submit in the article, right, they will give you a chance to choose what kind of type that you publish. So original research article is the, like as I mentioned, it's a complete report. There is a good factor, there is a good topics, many things interesting in that journal, and it can be found in open access or non-open access journal. It's good way to build a scientific research career. And another thing is short communication. It's a quick and early communication of significant original as one, usually claiming certain result. Short is quite short than shorter than the full article. It's like once you found something and you want to let the world know, you can publish with the short communication, which is like small result, like 1 or 2 factor. Yeah. And last thing is about like review paper. Is kind of research that you don't have to do research by yourself, but you have to go to read many kind of paper and summarize by your own thinking, by your own idea, by summarizing with the different article into the specific topics. Yeah, this is kind of be different that you have to choose. Yeah.
Baik, untuk yang selanjutnya itu adalah ada beberapa konten gitu ya. Ketika kita mempublish jurnal artikel kita, itu ada 3 macam. Ada tipe yang pertama itu ada di original research article. Itu biasanya ya seperti full article. Biasanya 8-10 halaman. Lalu ada pun juga apakah artikel tersebut itu open access ataupun juga non-open access. Nah, yang kedua itu ada di short communication. Ini biasanya ketika Bapak Ibu penemuan gitu ya, biasanya singkat gitu ya, penemuan baru tapi memang masih dalam mentahan ya, belum eh, referensi yang mendukung. Nah, itu bisa dalam bentuk short communication. Lalu yang ketiga itu untuk di review paper, ini biasanya lebih dari 10 halaman dan juga 80 referensi. Biasanya Bapak Ibu mengumpulkan banyak artikel yang setelah itu digabungkan, disesuaikan dengan pemikiran Bapak Ibu sekalian.
Okay, the next one, right? Before the previous page, I talked about the original research article, right? This is the type that original research article exists. So we have like open access and non-open access. Non-open access that we call subscription, free of charge. You don't have to pay any money, any single dollar to publish. But if anyone would like to read your article as a full text, they have to pay to read. Like you subscribe like Netflix, YouTube, for example, you have to pay, right? Just like subscription because you need to utilize everything there. But another thing we call open access, you have the author or researcher have to pay to publish. We call it the article publishing charge or APC. But the good thing is the reader can read everything as a full text. They don't have to pay anything. It's about open science. But another type that we call hybrid journals. The hybrid journal is the thing that's quite good from elsewhere as well. 80% of journal in elsewhere, like we have, in elsewhere we have 2,900 journals, but most of journal, about 80% is a hybrid journals. It's a good thing that after you got acceptance, after you get acceptance, they will ask you which type you want, like subscription or open access. That's we call hybrid. But for example, if you go hybrid, you cannot change. If you go to open access, you cannot change. But if you go hybrid journal, you can choose after you get acceptance on that. It depends. Like for subscription, if you don't have any money from your faculty or from your university, you just go to subscription. But if you think, okay, we have kind of support from our university, you can go to the open access journals to publish. This is kind of be summary, right? Non-open access, author don't have to pay for publishing. Reader have to pay for reading, right? Open access, the author have to pay for publishing. The reader don't have to pay for reading. Yeah.
Untuk yang berikutnya ini untuk tipe artikel jurnal itu yang pertama ada yang open access, ada pun juga yang non-open access atau subscription. Untuk peneliti ataupun penulis begitu ya, biasanya ketika kita ingin submit ataupun publish pada jurnal yang non-open access atau subscription, yang langsung ke publishernya begitu ya, itu tidak ada biaya atau free of charge. Namun sebagai pembaca harus subscribe pada publisher tersebut. Misal perpustakaan melanggan untuk Springer Nature. Nah, bisa membaca jurnal-jurnal dari Springer Nature tersebut untuk yang jurnal non-open access atau subscription. Lalu yang berikutnya itu open access. Ini biasanya penulis atau peneliti akan dikenakan biaya gitu untuk mempublish jurnal open access. Namun biasanya pembaca itu tidak perlu membayar sama sekali untuk baca jurnal open access tersebut. Yaitu bedanya antara yang non-open access dan juga open access. Dan yang ketiga ini terbaru itu sistem print journal. Itu jadi beberapa artikel jurnal yang terdapat di jurnal tersebut itu ada yang non open access, ada juga yang open access. Lebih seperti itu.
Yeah, this is like when you like watching Netflix whole day, right? It's easy, right? But when you write the manuscript for 10 minutes, you feel pain, everything. So this is just a joke, right? So, okay, sometimes you confuse, right? Which journal are we going to select for publishing? Like, okay, for example, like this guy is confusing. Okay, I want to choose material science journals or engineering journals. We don't know sometimes, right? Even me, I also, as I mentioned, I also like got 10, 15 rejection, but one or two reasons that reject me. Your article is out of scope. Your article is not suited in our journal because my article is not matched to their article. So I have to go to this, evaluating a journal in 7 key questions, right? The first one is about right fit. It's about right fit, right? You have to go to the journal homepage and read that aim and scope. And no one know your article like you know, right? You have to be the best person who know your article. Sorry. And then you try to match the objective or aim and scope for their journals into our journal. It means that you think about if you are like me, for example, like me, I'm engineering, I'm engineer, and I talk about how to build the distillator, and I talk with the person who come from the law of the faculty of law. They don't understand what I'm trying to say, right? Because we are different subject area. They are from the law, but I'm from the engineer. So I would like you to understand that if you want to send to submit with a journals, go to read that aim and scope. Read it like 1 or 2 times and try to match that aim and scope and your work. If you think, okay, this is match, then you go to submit. This is how can we pick the right journal. Like for this, for example, right? You just go to this. This is the current research in food science. They will tell you what is about the research food science. They will tell the aim and scope. This food science is about this, is, and that. And you have to get back to your journals, to your article and think about, is it match or not? If it doesn't match, then you choose another journals, right?
Untuk yang pertama, itu apakah sudah sesuai gitu ya dengan tujuan ataupun deskripsi dari jurnal yang ingin dituju. Itu biasanya Bapak Ibu bisa melakukan research gitu ya, langsung ke publishernya, masuk ke bagian jurnal. Itu biasanya ada yang namanya output jurnal tersebut itu akan seperti apa. Nah, pastikan subjek area itu sudah memenuhi, sudah sesuai gitu ya dengan penelitian Bapak Ibu. Lalu juga dengan eh, tadi subjek area yang sudah terpenuhi itu biasanya sudah cukup membantu untuk menemukan apakah jurnal itu sesuai dengan penelitian Bapak Ibu atau belum.
So the second one is to have to be bear in mind that you have to think about that. Okay, if you want to publish the article, do we have any criteria in your institution or not? Like, are there any funder or institutional mandate to consider? Like, for example, if you want to graduate like PhD, do you have to publish in the original research article? Or you can go just like one conference and you can graduate. So you have to be sure and check with the funder or with your institution that do they have any mandate on this? If they have any mandatory, like, okay, you have to publish only Q1 journals, then you have to focus only Q1 journal on that. All right. Yeah, that's it.
think the time is quite limited, Win, and proceed with
Okay.
the presentation without my translation.
Yeah, I see. I think I can go through, yeah, because I think we don't have much more time. All right. If you think that it's quite important to translate, just jump in. All right. Okay. First, is the journal read in the community you want to reach? Like when you want to publish a journal, right? You have to consider what is that journal subject area. Is that specific journals or it is multidisciplinary? Because sometimes, right, your research community doesn't read about the journal that index in the multidisciplinary. They just focus only like at journals, which is only like one subject area. I think just to be sure that you have to focus to only one or two subject area. Don't publish in a journal that unreach the audience who can benefit from your work because they will not give you a citation. All right. Just try to publish the journals that which is in your subject area. For example, like for me, for example, I'm from the chemical engineering, right? I have to publish only journal which is in the subject area of the chemical engineering as well. I will not publish in another subject area like social science or medicine because they will not understand and they will not cite my work. That is my point. All right. The fourth thing, we have to think about what is the reasonable chance for acceptance. Like because in elsewhere we also show the acceptance rate. How many percentage that you will get the acceptance? Like for elsewhere, our average acceptance rate is about 20 to 25%. Because like last year we have 3.5 million articles who published with elsewhere, but we allowed to get acceptance only 700,000 is about 20 to 25%, right? So you have to be sure that this percentage is acceptable. The fifth one is about relevant database. We have to be ensure that the target journal is in Scopus or another one like Web of Science, for example. We have just to be sure that this journal is not about predatory journals. And you have to check about the metrics as well. It's about like how many site score, how many SJR, how many SNP, what is the quartile journals that you have to think about. That's the one that I told you that any mandatory from your institution that if you want to graduate, you have to publish in Q1 journals, you have to publish in Q2, Q3, or you have to publish in international journals, or you can publish in conference that give you a proceeding as well. You have to go to read the criteria from your institution as well. All right. And the last one is about the journal reputable, that if this journal is not like it's not much had the reputations is maybe warn you that it could be the predatory journals. You can see here, right? It actively and aggressive solicits submission, often for a free. For my case, right, I got an email that they just asked me to publish with them, and they said that, okay, if you publish with me, just only leave it for 3 days and only $60. $60 is quite cheap, I can say, for publishing. And after that, I think this one is the predatory journals for sure, because they should not aggressive and try to ask you to submit and and give you a cheap fee for the publishing, like APC, for example. And then you see the call for paper. This is the sign. The call for paper emails contain spelling and grammar mistakes. It is a short publication history, like just only 1 or 2 years. For example, it's offer a rapid publication like 48 hours. All of this we have to consider as the predatory journals. If we answer your question from the chat box as well, what is the criteria? If you think about, is this the predatory journals or it's not? This can help you. Yeah. Yeah, I think. And okay, lastly, it's about like, they will not ask you for the money first. They will not ask you for the APC first. They will ask you after they said that this article you got acceptance, you get acceptance already. Then they will ask you the money to pay. If they ask you for the first step, hey, you pay me first, and then I will review. You have to consider on this journal would be predatory journals. All right. Do you need to translate or it's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, yeah. So first thing, keyword. You have to use the keyword in Scopus to find the right journals. I will go to this quite very fast to find the right journals, like how to find the right journal to publish. All right. Okay. First and foremost, you have to, after you draft your manuscript already, right? You just go to Scopus here, and then all of the manuscript, you have to have like keyword. For example, you have to have your own keyword, right? For sure. Like for me, like okay, I put like carbon and oxygen, for example, and I don't know, hydrogenation, for example. This is kind of a keyword. You just put the keyword and choose like title, abstract, and keyword here, and click search here. All right. And after that, you don't have to care anything about this, right? What I would like you to care, just go to the subject area first, and then pick the subject area that you come from. From me, I'm from chemical engineering. I click on it, I limit to. And then I scroll down, I pick only article titles or review articles, limit to. And then you don't have to care about this one, right? You just go to this source title. Source title mean journal's name. You just click here, show all, and drag here, copy and paste all of these journals. Copy and paste and put it into the Microsoft Word. It means that these journals is related to your keyword. So you can consider that you will publish with this journal first. Or these journals, or this journal like ACS Catalysis, Journal of American Chemical Society, Catalysis Today, for example. You just list like, for me, I recommend you to list like 5 to 10 journals, because I used to got like rejection around 15, so I don't have to waste time. I just prepare everything. I just like prepare the journal's name like 10. You just list this journal down to your paper. All right, this is the first one that you can find the right journals. Put the keyword here. Oh, sorry. Put the keyword here. Put the keyword here, all right? And then use the filter, subject area, document type, and see what you have in source title. Copy and paste here, and go it one by one. All right? Go it one by one. Second way is to go here, sources. You go sources, right? After you go sources, you just go to here, subject area, and then you can click on it. They will have like subject area here. For example, just click on it, and for example, I go to the social science. I click here for social science. It will show all of the journals under social science subject area here. You can see, right? That is like 10,000. That's a lot. But okay, I will focus more. I will go on this. I will go here. This one, right? That will be social science here, right? I will go to law, for example. or publication administration, and I apply. They will filter in another step, right? And don't forget to click it out here, social science. They will show only journals that relate to the law and publication administrations here. As you can see here, right? And site score, percentile here, citation here. And you can also click here to find the specific quartile, like quartile 1 here, quartile 2, quartile 3, quartile 4 here. Or you can click on quartile 1, quartile 2, and click on journal. So it will filter for you just only Q1 or Q2 journals only, right? And you can see here the percentile. What is the percentage means here? If the percentile is 99 to 75, it is Q1 journals. Below 75 to 50 is Q2 journals. Below 50 to 25 is Q3 journals. Under 25, it will be Q4 journals. For example, right, I click on it here. You can see the journals here, right? You can see here, from elsewhere, SciScribe, you don't have to care about it. Just go down. You can see here, right? These journals name telematics and informatics. It is under social science in law, communications, and computer science as well. Event engineering. As you can see here, right? It's 99 percentile. 99 percentile. It means that this journal is the Q1 journals because it is stay between 99 to 75, right? Q1. Under 75 to 50 is Q2. Under 50 to 25 is Q3. Under 25 is Q4. So the different quartile for the quality of journals, right? This is how can you find the right journals. But the last technique is, do you know what? You can see here. Once you put your keyword, for example, okay, sorry, I go back to Scopus. Once you put your keyword here, right? For example, carbon, oxygen, and dehydrogenation, you click search. You just go here. You can see here, right? This one also show the source here as well. Or the last one is about reference. You go to, for example, this is your manuscript, right? For example, this is my manuscript. This is my manuscript, for example. This is my abstract. And you can see here, what is that? Reference. You just go to your reference and you can see all of the reference, they have the journal's name. It means that all this detail, it is your information which is related to the journals that you can submit, like Journal of Catalysis, Journal of Catalysis Today. This one, it is in this article. It means that this one can navigate to the right journal as well. So in summary, right? In summary, this is quite important things that in summary, what I would like you to realize to find the right journals. First, this is keyword. Put the keyword into Scopus, use the filter in the left-hand side, subject area, and find the source title. Copy and paste, and you can go to that journals and read for each aim and scope for the journals. And the second one is about research field. You just go to the sources and use the subject area and try to see the research area that match to your. And third one, reference. All the reference in your manuscript, they will show the journals, right? You just list down and then just go one by one. Don't submit submit one article into 2 journals, because we have Oracle or our system, will detect you and we will reject you immediately. Don't forget the quality of journal as well. You have to publish in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, or any size score, impact factor, as SJR or event SNP, right? And lastly, the aim and scope. You have to think about your article is matched to their aim and scope or not. If it match, 100% they will accept you to review. But after that, you have to fight with the reviewer, right? So another research tool, right? This is the final things. We call researcher academy, sorry, journalfinder.elsewhere.com here. You can go to here. I can give you a link second. Journal Finder. You can try here. It is the platform that can help you to match here. For example, this one. And, this one. You can go, right? After you go, you will see this
Kenapa?
page. You will go this page to my page, right? Oh, sorry. I think we have to go back to the, okay, this page. All right, you can see here the journal abstract. You can bring the abstract here inside. For example, document here. I take this abstract. All right, I take this abstract and use in here. Here, and I copy paste, for example, and then or you can use like search keyword and scope here as well. But I use my abstract here, right? And I click Find Journals. It will match automatically match here for your right journals here. But it is only elsewhere journals. But as I mentioned, you can see 80% of elsewhere journal is the hybrid journals that you can publish at the free of charge as well. You can see here, this is the right journals that matched by the search engine or Elsevier AI here, right? You can see here, this is the right journal that you can publish. Just copy and paste for your abstract here or any kind of keyword. All right. Lastly, I will have kind of this. This is kind of core the platform that you can learn as well. We call Elsevier journal, researcheracademy.elsevier.com here. You can come and learn here. This is free for your university, free of charge. We don't have any charge for that, right? You can come and learn everything about here. You just click here, career part, right? For example, I click on career part and I here, research journey. I click on it and will show you here like writing research fundamental, manuscript preparation, writing skill, becoming a peer reviewer, ethics, open science, how to publish in premium journals, certified peer review, everything about this. You can click on this, right? You can click into inside here. They will see here, becoming a peer reviewer. They will give you information regarding this kind of workshops and how many hours, how many video that you have to complete. It's a free one. After you finish this, you will get certificate as well for free for your institution on this. It's a free platform here. I hope you can learn more from this as well. Okay, I think we come in an end here. Yeah, and sorry, this is kind of be like my first time that I conduct workshop with a translator. So yeah, I know, I just know that this might take time to translate on this as well. But and just if you have any question, oh, I'm not sure. Is this, it seems stuck, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay, you can scan here, or you can put in the link here to get the certificate as well, because I built the link for you to get the certificate here as well. All right, or you can scan here and put the passcode. This is my passcode. and get certificate as well for this workshop. So I think I will go to the question. Yeah. Can you help me the question, Jody?
Okay, so there are two questions from Bapak Taufik Abadi. So he is asking about the newest feature of Scopus, which is Scopus AI. So what is the best strategy for using this feature to identify research gap and current trends that may not have been widely explored by other researchers?
Okay. Actually, it's quite like super good question. So I can show you like what is the capability for Scopus AI. I guess that is the AI that he mentioned, right? Uh, Here as you can go here, right? The Scopus that also have kind of Scopus AI, and you can ask in any language, any language. Jody, can you type me in Bahasa language and I will copy and paste into this. Any question about research? I don't know in Bahasa language.
Oke, mungkin dari Bapak Taufik Abadi ada topik tertentu yang ingin dicoba di fitur Scopus AI.
Pak Taufik masih
Connection politik.
You can write in Bahasa, and it could be like long sentence because
Political connection.
okay. Okay. For example, probably any possible to write in Bahasa? I just would like you to know that we can convert in Bahasa into to English language because this AI can translate not just only word. You can write the wrong sentence for that. Okay. Okay, for example, Koneski politik. This one you can see, right? As you can see, this is your keyword. For example, I click on it. Right. What it can do, it will translate into English. You can write anything. You don't have to care about keyword and or and not. You don't have to care about it. You just write the national language processing or any sentences, right? What is the protocol connection here, right? They will show here the keyword for you. Is this good for like student that they don't know about research? They will give you a summary here. Yeah, and all the summary they have here, the reference here, like one reference come from here, from this article, the second one from here, from this article. They will give you a reference as well, and it's from the trust content in Scopus. It can give you here expand summary. If you think it is not just only like sorry, it's not just only summary, but if we give you more summary that can help you to understand more, right? But the good thing is here is the concept map. It can give you the overview of the picture here. Like we asked about political connections, right? It will relate to the social implications. It will relate to the corporate governance. It will relate to regulatory environment. It will relate to impact on the firm performance here. But if you want to know more about this, right? Like, okay, I want to know political connection with the regulatory environment and the legal system. You can click on it here. When you click on it, it will give you a guidance. What does it mean on this here? It's quite good, right? It's very good. Yeah, it's give you that. And another thing is topic expert. It will match here for the one who are the expertise for these topics, right? You can, as you can see here, they will show here this person that are good at this political connection is good for you to find the specific collaborator. It also can give you here emerging theme as well. What is the emerging themes? It can give you a trend, like world trend of the elsewhere here. sorry, version of the word that you mentioned from your topics, right? Here, there is like 3 trend, like political connection, consistent theme, like everyone still do this. We have racing theme, like still been in the trend from nowadays. There's racing, like everyone come to do this work. And another thing we have like, yeah, actually we have novel theme as well. It can give you a trend of research as well. And it have another things that about go deeper. It build the specific question, because sometimes you don't know what to ask in the next step, right? It can help researcher a lot in terms of like seeing the perspective of the data, seeing the perspective from the concept map on this, for example, right? I hope this can answer the question. Yeah, right?
Baik, untuk Pak Taufik, ini fitur dari Scopus AI. Terus misal Bapak memasukkan suatu topik gitu ya, atau mungkin ada yang lebih spesifik dalam bentuk kalimat, itu bisa dalam bentuk bahasa Indonesia juga, itu bisa ditanyakan ke Scopus AI, itu akan langsung muncul gitu ya, dari summary ataupun jurnal-jurnal yang sudah terindeks di Scopus. Dan tadi mungkin juga sempat menanyakan juga untuk apa saja yang perlu diperhatikan dari fitur-fitur Scopus AI ini. Nah, itu tadi ada yang pertama itu konsep map. Di konsep map ini langsung dijelaskan begitu ya mengenai apa saja yang perlu dibahas begitu dalam suatu penelitian mengenai topik political connection. Lalu yang kedua itu topik part, itu Bapak langsung diarahkan gitu ya mengenai siapa yang ekspertis dalam topik yang Bapak masukkan. Lalu yang ketiga itu ada emerging themes yang sekiranya artikel terdahulu gitu ya, ataupun juga untuk tadi untuk menemukan research gap. Itu ada apa saja yang belum diteliti itu di topik tersebut, begitu seperti potensial hipotesisnya itu seperti apa. Kurang lebih seperti itu, Pak Taufik, semoga dapat menjawab pertanyaannya.
Mungkin karena waktu ya kita batasi. Kalau masih ada pertanyaan kita keep dulu mungkin ya Pak. Untuk Mr. Win masih ada penjelasan lain enggak ya?
So, when do you have anything to say? Because the time I think is already over.
Yeah, I see. I think thank you so much for invite me to join this webinar, but I hope this one can help you to choose the right article to read, to choose the right article for finding the research graph, and this can help you to navigate to pick the right journals, keyword, references, subject area, aim and scope. These quite important things that you have to consider before submitting a journals. Yeah. And the last word I would like to say, the trained man wins. It means that if you train a lot, if you have many experience like me, I got a lot of rejection, I know how to manage it, I know how to handle this. So if you can pass that, you will be successful in your research. Yeah, good luck. Terima
Yeah,
kasih.
Mr. Win, perhaps you can share your presentation for us.
Yes, sure, I will share through Jody ครับ Yeah.
Thank you. Teman-teman, karena waktu sudah itu ya menunjukkan 12 lebih, dan saya terima kasih atensi kalian mengikuti sampai akhir ini. I thank you very much for Mr. Win to give my presentation to our audience, and terima kasih juga untuk Pak Jody ya yang sudah menerjemahkan sehingga ini bisa berlangsung insya Allah dengan baik. Kalau nanti kurang memahami, teman-teman nanti bisa melihat ulang siaran YouTube yang nanti akan kami share di YouTube-nya perpustakaan, bisa dilihat ulang, dan nanti mungkin untuk materi akan di-share Mr. Win di grup ini atau nanti lewat Pak Jody ya presentasinya.
Untuk slide TP nanti akan di-share
Slide-nya.
ke saya dulu. Nanti saya kirim ke Bu Junaidi.
Oh, oke, terima kasih. Teman-teman, dengan berakhirnya waktu ini, kita tutup acara ini. Semoga nanti apa yang sudah disampaikan bisa bermanfaat dan bisa menambah wawasan kita semua ya. We have no
Amin.
reached the end of today webinar Strategi to Leverage Scopus for Excellent Research and Effective Publication. Terima kasih banyak kepada pembicara kita. Thank you very much Mr. Win yang sudah berbagi wawasan dan pengalaman yang sangat berharga. Juga terima kasih kepada seluruh peserta atas partisipasi aktif dan antusiasme Anda sepanjang acara ini. We truly hope that today's session has given your useful insight and practical strategies to support your research and publication. Sekali lagi, thank you very much for join us. Sampai jumpa di acara berikutnya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya kembalikan waktu kepada MC acara webinar ini. Terima kasih.
Ya, sesi acara inti sudah selesai. Semoga ilmu yang didapatkan bisa langsung dipraktekkan, ya, Bapak Ibu. Mohon izin untuk dokumentasi, untuk open kamera, ya. Kita aba-abakan untuk berdokumentasi.
Please open cam to take picture.
Saya hitung sampai 3, ya. 1, 2, 3, slide pertama. 1, 2, 3, slide yang kedua. 1, 2, 3, slide yang ketiga. 1, 2, 3, slide yang keempat. Terima kasih. Mohon diisi daftar link kehadirannya dan bisa cek di email untuk sertifikatnya, Bapak Ibu.
Tadi Pak Mr. Win kayaknya itu juga ya Pak, menyediakan sertifikat ya yang terakhir itu ya.
Iya, betul Bu.
Iya.
Nanti
Sampai jumpa lagi di pelatihan literasi Rabu series yang lainnya. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ya, teman-teman itu Mr. Win juga menyediakan link sertifikat ya. Nanti juga bisa diisi. Akan kami share juga melalui apa ini tadi sebentar. Oh, udah ada di room chat. Room chat itu udah ada itu link yang bisa untuk mengisi sertifikat yang dari Mr. Win yang di https://bit.ly/uink Scopus 2025. Terus passwordnya Cirin. Ya, silakan teman-teman bisa mengisi di situ. Thank you very much, Mr. Win, and terima kasih Pak Jody atas materi yang baik. Insya Allah nanti kalau ada kesempatan yang lain ya Pak, kita bisa dengan topik yang lain yang berkaitan dengan Scopus. Terima kasih banyak untuk semuanya yang hadir di sini. Mohon maaf kalau tidak ada yang kurang berkenan. Silakan teman-teman bisa diisi ya. Itu materi juga sudah di-share oleh Mr. Win, bisa di-download. Nanti kami juga bisa kami downloadkan juga untuk kami share di grup. Terima kasih. Selamat siang semuanya.